sisters.
We shall not yield to tyranny.
Our cause just we will prevail. The fight
Hello,
for our
Mr.
rights.
Buffs. Ready for a journey back? Look at this encampment. The spirit of 76 is alive.
Bobby, at this
Hello,
point,
Mr.
shame on you. Shame on you. Because we are being played as the American people. Our money is funding a war that we don't need to be in. I shouldn't be okay with it. So as long as I have breath in my body and a mic to use, I will be speaking out against this.
A true patriot savors these moments, but the fight for liberty calls.
The economy, we have a global economy. That's why we're the number one economy in the world. I know that a lot of people want to paint the horrible view of America, but, you know, go live somewhere else and then tell me America's bad.
Patriotism is all about. Look at these flags. They represent our fight for liberty.
This is so freaking crazy to me that we have an conflict with Iran before a single person from the Epstein files has been arrested on American soil.
The hour our liberty is at hand. For freedom is proper. Brothers and
I was
sisters.
working, man, you know, but it's good to see Rippy out there handling business, man. And again, hey, there's a lot of black Trump supporters, man. I mean, it feels good to see that, man. So
My fellow patriots, the hour of decision is upon us. Let us march forth with courage to secure our liberty.
A real coach. People are getting sick of it. The moment a celebrity steps slightly outside the leftist approved narrative, they get attacked. Chili from TLC gets heat over allegedly donating to Donald Trump.
For liberty. The British advance. We must act.
Our supplies are low, but morale is high.
Then we fight for liberty.
Payne's word captures the spirit of we fight for independence.
With
Welcome to my
that said they were anti-war. I think they said no new wars. Yeah, they voted for a president that was not going to start any new wars. And what's funny to me is that not only were you lied to, not only did this man start this and get out of the
Freedom. Greetings from the encampment. The spirit of liberty is strong. We will fight for our rights and our freedom.
Just in order to get the Greater Israel Project accomplished, you have to kill people. That's why it's wrong. Killing people is wrong, full stop. So you can try to make sense of it with, well, it's a threat and this and that. There's no greater threat than the United States empire.
To the encampment. For liberty.
And what I've learned, and I'm not a liberal or a Democrat. I voted for Trump the first time, but he's become a politician. He lies like all the other politicians. He deceives like all the other politicians.
Endures through every change and challenge. We stand at the dawn of liberty, unshaken by the trials ahead. Our cause in doing.
I'm going to go out on the limb and say anybody that sits in that oval does not like Americans. They love United States, though, which is the politics, but they don't love the Americans. Americans are farmers. Americans are mechanics. Americans are school teachers. Americans are mom and pop businesses.
Soldiers, the enemy is near.
Not only do I love my FBA fam, my Black American fam, my Black people on code, you know, my people that's allies with us, as part of the fam. I love y'all. I love my country too. You feel me?
People see my physique and assume I'm just some dumb Chad. But in reality, I graduated 5th in my law school class, magna cum laude. I got awards for getting the highest grade in my class in constitutional law, criminal law, and legal analysis and writing. I knew I was the smartest I'd ever been in my life.
The cause to victory.
To victory. These pastries are wonderful.
Indeed, but we must stay vigilant.
President Trump, thank you for sitting down with me. Are you controlled by Israel?
I don't know. It would be interesting.
I think you are. You received $230 million from AIPAC, the Israel lobby.
Pretty good stat.
Yeah. Mr. President, you have betrayed a lot of campaign promises. You started a new war covering for Epstein criminals. And people are just wondering, like, is he crazy? They're wondering, are you high?
We're way high. Okay, we're way high.
That kind of makes sense. Now, what are the limitations you'll put on Israel? Like, how far will you let them go in their war-hungry, like, Greater Israel Project ways?
And they will be able to do whatever they have to do.
Yeah, they don't control you at all. But, Mr. President, it does seem like you're suspiciously Israel first, kind of like you sold America out to a war with Iran. Because 18 intelligence agencies said Iran does not have a nuclear weapon, but you and Netanyahu then said they do, and started a war because of that. The two of you did.
And the two of us were right. Everybody else was wrong.
Sure, the two of you were right. Like, statistically, that's very improbable, yet somehow it's probably true. Now, instead of backing the Epstein victims and the side of justice, you backed, the Epstein criminals, and you've been protecting them. Why is that? Why do you think you did that?
We have to back them. If we don't back them, we don't have a country.
Right. Uh-huh. Now, you've recently gone a little crazy, publicly attacking conservative voices that America loves. People like Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Alex Jones, Megyn Kelly, saying they have low IQs, they're very unpopular, and just have these third-rate podcasts. Tucker and Candace have number one rated podcasts because they're so unpopular.
You know what? That's called making America great again.
Indeed. Because they're weak, unpopular people. Meanwhile, you formed the new MAGA, praising only very popular people like Ben Shapiro, Lindsey Graham, Mark Levin, these people that are really liked. How much testosterone do you think new MAGA has?
Not much.
People say Lindsey Graham's gay.
A lot of people say a lot of things.
Yeah, there's no way Lindsey Graham's gay. Like, when I hear the term definitely not gay, I'm just thinking Lindsey Graham. You know, sometimes compared to Lindsey Graham, I start thinking I'm gay. But anyway, you recently came out with a social media post really singing the praises of Mark Levin, who's great. And in it, you said, Mark is tough, strong, and brilliant, hence the nickname The Great One. He is a man of great wisdom and common sense. Sorry, I almost threw up in my mouth. Who truly loves our country. And those that speak ill of Mark will quickly fall by the wayside. They are not MAGA. I am. How did people respond to that when you said it?
They thought we were stupid. They thought we were fools. They laughed at us. You know, people were laughing at us.
Mm-hmm. They still are, sir. But here's a sample of Mark Levin's tweets. His wisdom, as you call it, contributing to a very intelligent discourse. Mark Levin
Disclaimer.
says,
The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Party. Why I like the new party? Number one, it's a group of people that's on a panel. We all have differences, but we all basically still come together at the end of the day. The new party for me is about unity. The new party for me is about educating people to the truth, letting people know what's been going on in our country. With that being said, shout out to the new party, man. We're going to keep it going with y'all.
Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm Gray Mars.
I know shit.
It's Mia.
I'm Kim.
You want to say your intro, Andre?
Yeah, Andre Williams. Can you hear me? This thing on?
Yeah, the sound is a little off, but it's okay. I would say see if you can turn down the sound a little bit. But tonight on the new party, that intro clip that you saw playing was a funny joke. President Trump has been accused of not being America first and being Israel first. And we are seeing a debate between two conservative women play out at the center of all of this. Laura Loomer versus Candace Owens. So pretty much Laura Loomer said she's going to take down Candace Owens once and for all. Trump, as you guys may or may not know, attacked Candace Owens last week. And Laura Loomer, being the great lunatic that she is going to finish it. But nevertheless, this is going to be fair, guys. So if you're team Laura Loomer, put it in the chat. If you're team Candace, put it in the chat. But pretty much, she's calling Candace Owens a grifter. This is what a good friend of the show, Claire Patriot, has to say about Candace.
Owens is a lying grifter, and I'm going to show you her latest lies that were so easy to debunk. So last night, Candace Owens blocked Laura Loomer on X after Laura Loomer kept slamming her with more and more proof that Candace is not only grifting, she is lying to her fans. And instead of addressing any of what Laura Loomer says, she's come up with this new conspiracy theory against Laura Loomer. So Candace, instead of addressing the allegation, says this is Larry Loomer's fake account. The moron didn't realize she was logged into her fake account, which I blocked from sharing gross AI photos of my family. She then reacted on her real account and complained I'd blocked her. This account is Larry Loomer. Do you see this right here? Older millennial, actually, good eye, caught this because you can follow this account if you're Candace Owens. This is her screenshot, correct? Here is an account that I blocked a long time ago for good reason. And do you see, can you follow this account? Can I go ahead and follow it after I blocked it? No, I can't. So why is it from Candace Owens' screenshot, she can still follow this account that she says she blocked? I'm going to go ahead and answer that for you. It's because she didn't block this account, and she knows dang well this isn't Laura Loomer. But I'm also going to give you more evidence as to why this account couldn't possibly be Laura. This is a glimpse into what this account posts, and it's laughable. Candace didn't do any due diligence or look at this account because it posts so much negative Laura Loomer content. It's absolutely insane. Why would this be Laura? So why on earth would Laura Loomer have a fake account where she trolls herself? And let's not fail to mention that that account, the fake account, is verified. So this is just another way for Candace Owens to deflect from the allegations coming her way and try to turn it around on someone else. This woman is a grifter. This woman just wants your money, and she is doing a good job of taking money out of the pockets of middle-class America to pay her $5 million legal fees that she can afford herself. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Andre, isn't older millennials so to be trusted? Older millennial said she's lying, so we should believe it, Andre. Andre, are you team Laura Loomer or Candace Owens? What's your thoughts?
I'm team me. I don't really give a fuck about either one. The fuck, who listens to older millennial? Like, this dude's a fucking retard. Honestly, I made a post like last week saying, you know, we should nuke Israel. And it was like a post going around like, oh, Israel bombed a school in Lebanon. It was like, I guess it wasn't a school. I didn't care. I'm like, we should just nuke Israel. He comes in like, well, you know, it's not a school, right? I said, who gives a fuck if it's a school or not? I just said nuke Israel. You think I give a fuck? I just wanted to say that, dude. You're here for the wrong reason. And who is this girl with too much makeup and too much energy? Like Adderall must be very cheap nowadays. Holy shit, calm down, sweetie, or just lay off the macchiatos. I don't really care about this political drama shit. I mean, you got Jewish Laura Loomer, who's been grifting and pretending to be, you know, right wing forever. She's been far right and whatnot. You know, we already knew she was a bullshitter when she was trying to parade herself as a truth teller amongst the alt right in like 2017 and 2018. So we knew she's already been a bullshitter. And then you got Candace, who was a former liberal. A black woman married to a white man. I mean, I really just can't take her seriously. Candace is cool, you know, but Candace is coming on and trying to say these things because it's popular now. Candace wasn't saying the things when she was working with Jews, when she was working with Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro. You know, I'm glad she's, you know, waking up and waking so many people up. I really don't care about her too much. You know, she's nice. She's liked a few of my posts, some of my responses. She's cool. But I really don't really care too much about Candace to come out and defend her or kiss her ass. I don't do that.
Well, a lot of people have turned on her. Someone who's on our team who was actually friends with her has turned on her. So the tides are turning. No one really has her back. It's unfortunate. But at the same time, I agree with your points, Andre. But Laura Loomer is a grifter as well. This was her begging for money not too long ago.
Those of us who have been silenced have actually taken legal action.
Oh, I don't think they get it's a total war.
I want people to actually do something. Okay, we need your money. We need your support. Help fund my lawsuit. Give me some money to fund my lawsuit. But what are they doing? I want to know what people are actually going to do. My life is ruined. Does anybody understand how ruined my life is? I'm sick of it. I don't want to listen to people tell me that I'm a conspiracy theorist. They don't know what it's like to be me. My life is ruined, Alex.
While you were being
She is a verifiable whack job. Kimberly, are you team Laura Loomer or team Candace Owens?
Neither. I just commented because I didn't know you were going to call on me, but there's no way that's real. I thought that was AI.
Oh, that's her. She was on Alex Jones. She's had multiple mental breakdowns. Fun fact, in the state of Florida, the FBI has taken over her rights to guns. She cannot own a fire gun. She's attempted to appeal it. And even though she has a high-ranking position in the Trump administration, she is also, she's still not able to own firearms. So
why did they take her guns away?
Because she's been on multiple psych holds. Her father's put her on psych holds. She is a raging lunatic. And we're going to play more clips where they explain how much of a lunatic she is.
She should not be.
Allegedly, if you're watching, Laura, don't sue me.
She should not be in the government. Am I glitching out?
Okay.
I think I'm glitching out again.
No, you're okay.
I can hear you fine. Like
We
clear.
hear you.
You guys
All
are
right,
kind
you
of
want to restart, and I'll call restart, and I'll call you back. Okay, yeah. So this is some background about who Laura Loomer is. This is all alleged. I didn't say it, Laura. This is what Milo said. And if we shouldn't trust Milo, why did you hire him?
Was the most insane person, and I was, there was
good friends with Laura too.
Well, no, I was not good friends with Laura. I was loose allies with Laura until I met her. And then when I met her properly and spent time with her, I realized she was absolutely fucking mental. I distanced myself very quickly. I distanced myself because she used to force herself on young male volunteers, 20, 21-year-olds. And she would go in the middle of the night. And I mean, some men will find this to be quite titillating. Although,
yeah, this sounds kind of good. What is
when you imagine sort of the face of the of the saw doll. Just sort of like you pull up the covers and there's the saw doll. I would like to play a game. It's less enticing, but she would climb into bed with these volunteers and suck them off in the middle of the night. Sorry to use that language, but I did tell you to put your children to bed.
No way. She wouldn't go and sexually assault random guys and just blow them.
Well, I'm telling you because I lived in the pool house with her victim in 2020. Who didn't know how to make it stop. He was a young Brazilian volunteer on her 2020 congressional campaign. I know because I helped to run that campaign, okay? So don't tell me you don't believe it. I was there. She was creeping into bed with him, and she convinced herself that they were in love. And he was coming to me every day saying, how do I make this stop?
You say, bitch, get off me. I mean, that didn't seem that hard. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that, but this is a young guy who's, I never really understood when people talked about power dynamics in rape before. I was like, okay, fine, either you want the sex or you don't, or whatever. But I kind of got it when this young man, which surprised me greatly, said, well, this was Laura Loomer. I didn't know how to say no. I said, what do you mean it's Laura Loomer? He said, well, she's like Laura Loomer. And I said, what does that mean? He's like, well, she might be a congresswoman. Like, I don't know if it's okay to like. And so I realized in that moment, especially because it was a man, which was so sort of peculiar and confusing to me. It was bizarre to me.
We'll continue this clip. It's rather long. Gray, how do you say no? Do you think he didn't want it? Can a man be great? Because this brings up a lot of things in this conversation. Would you have turned Laura Loomer down, or would you have taken fellatio in the middle of the night from her?
It sounded like she was playing jail games. So basically, I don't know what she had over his head, but like with Diddy, like when you sign an artist and you promising him stuff, he specifically said this is Laura Loomer, so he would thought he was gonna either be punished and get consequences if he went against her, or he thought he was gonna gain something. I don't know if I was in a position what I would do. I mean, it depends on the situation. What am I gaining? What are the consequences? So it all depends.
Okay, well, I'll play the rest of the clip now.
But he meant it, and he was asking me how to make it stop.
Nigga, what?
See, they took off the part. So the rest of the part that did not play, guys, and I'm going to get Mia in here, is Milo breaks down that she's really not Jewish. She didn't know how to draw the Star of David. I have a video of it later. She didn't know how to draw the Star of David. She was drawing like a pentagram. And she admitted to Milo right before an event that she's not Jewish. She's never been to synagogue. She didn't have a bat mitzvah. Her father is the Jewish one. Her mother is English. Based on that, Mia, what is your thoughts, the fact that she seems to be faking her Jewish ethnicity? Do you think that's okay? Or do you think it's just all part of her mental illness?
I mean, I'm not a Jew, so I don't give a crap if she can draw the Star of David. I don't know. I mean, it does kind of look like a pentagram. I don't know. They all worship Satan. I don't know. I don't care. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Not my monkeys, not my circus. It's cool. I mean, if she want to grift and get some money, and if they want to fall for it, I mean, good for them. Not my problem. She ain't offended me.
She did draw the pentagram symbol. This is the clip. Candace Owens breaks it down. I'm not making it up. You'll see it. I don't know why Milo's thing got broken down, but that just shows you the control Laura Loomer has. Here we go.
Also a malignant sexual predator, and has been repeatedly accused since the beginning of her career of raping and sexually assaulting men. That is not a typical thing that men come out with, that men come out and say, a woman sexually assaulted me, right? Take, for example, Alan Jacoby. This happened just last week, 10 days ago. He is the founder of Patriotic cigar, and he just tweeted this 10 days ago. Laura Loomer is a sexual predator psychopath. I was, in fact, a victim of her wrath. Loomer and I spent the day with President Trump at Bedminster watching the golf tournament from the president's box. She asked me several times for a selfie. As you can see, that lean line does not lie. She constantly got uncomfortably close to me. She groped me in the parking lot, grabbing my crotch very aggressively and demanding that I come back to her New York City hotel room to engage in some vile, descriptive sexual activities. She's an absolute psychopath who preys on men who she thinks that she can manipulate. She's a menace to society. Again, there are just a long line of men who have come out with a story like this. If you don't believe him, here is a video, if it has been going viral many times, of Laura trying to seduce a young man who is clearly uncomfortable on camera. Take a look at this.
Your hair and your eyes look so good. You're like beautiful.
Thank you.
You're like an Aryan degenerate goddess.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. You're Aryan too.
I know, but I'm Jewish.
They look Aryan.
It's okay.
That is such a
Don't make it gay.
peculiar thing to say about a person.
That's wild. My hair. Did you fix it?
I did. But like that picture you posted on Instagram recently when you got like reinstated on Facebook was so hot. Like seriously.
From the side profile.
It's a good picture.
Your skin and the Nazis hate me.
It's from that
all right people want to put me in a gas chamber because they're obsessed with the Jews.
I think they're just memeing on you, but
He
it's okay.
literally looks like that.
I
Like
don't
from
care, I love it.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I know. They're just jealous because
Like
they
if
have big
she was
tits and a
with black hair, chef's kiss. Better than Ariana Grande for sure. She could have been in that movie.
Andre, can you imagine if you met her? She would be like, Andre, you're a black Greek goddess. In the gas chamber. I know you don't like it.
I don't know niggas gonna turn out some head. What's wrong with y'all? It's gay. The bitch come up to you, guys. That's like a win. You know, you don't have to put in the work. The fuck are we talking about? Just take it. You didn't have to fuck the bitch. You just have to get some head.
I bet her shit
Easy
stinks.
win-win. I'm just saying, as a man, like she sexually assaulted him, wanted to come back and have vile sex with him. What niggas saying no? Niggas, room, what? What's the room number? Okay, I'll be there at 3. You know, what the fuck is we talking about? No, she's a violent sex predator. Bitch, please. Now this shit's starting to get stupid. I'm just saying. And this dude, 21, I'm uncomfortable. No, you're just gay. That's what you are. Now, I get it. You probably don't want to be hit on if he's got a girlfriend at home. All right, fine. But, if you're a single dude out, you're out in the club any damn way. The fuck is you looking for? Get the fuck out of here. I'm just saying. I find all this talk about she trying to, seduce men and these niggas are turning down as gay. Now, if they don't find her attractive, just keep it fucking moving. Like, they like the bitch and keep moving. I'll make it a joke. Like, ugly bitch tried to talk to me. I didn't want to talk to her. Let's keep moving. These niggas want to make it into a case. Oh, she touched me inappropriately. Nigga, please.
So Laura,
But what if
if you're
she did
watching,
touch them
Andre said he would be down for the inappropriateness. So Laura, please, if you're not getting anything from this stream, you are clearly going after the wrong race of men. You should go after black men only. Let's watch the rest. Let's go.
Oh my God, no. She would make a terrible white mother to biracial children. Don't fucking say that. Could you imagine her with biracial kids and how nasty and truly degenerate she would treat them? Laura Jigsaw Loomer with biracial children.
Could you imagine little niggas in the synagogue with her and shit? They go in the temple with her.
They wouldn't let him in.
My biracial babies.
They wouldn't let him in. They wouldn't let him in. Come
Get
on.
those niggas out.
The last time a black person was actually Jewish was Sammy Davis, and that was back in the day because he had to be because he was rolling with Jews and Catholic Italian back in the 50s.
Drake.
Don't forget Lenny Kravitz.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Drake ain't no fucking Jew.
His mom.
I ain't never seen him with a small hat. I ain't never seen pictures of him in the synagogue. I ain't never seen a bar mitzvah.
He's had a bar mitzvah. Yeah.
I knew he was a Jew when they had him as a cripple on Degrassi. That was my giveaway.
That's how he came up. He was raised right. His white mother knew people in the industry.
Yeah, you can see him in a yarmulke.
Yeah.
Google it.
Right
this is it right here.
I knew it.
Oh
my God.
When they had that nigga roll. When it was rolling that nigga around as the crippled nigga on Degrassi, that's how you knew he was a Jew. Because Jews always come injured on the show and shit. That's how you knew that nigga was Jewish in the motherfucker. Look at him with the hat on and shit with Rabbi.
He's like the
He
first
kissed the
black
wall and
person I've
everything.
ever seen look like an actual Jew. Shit. We are Jewish, guys. We should grift 7,000 on this podcast.
Well, I can't speak for everybody, but I got 5% Jewish in me. So I'm ready for my check. Run me my money. Where's my citizenship? You can never say I'm anti-Semitic because I'm Semitic. So let's go.
Yep.
I'll be asking opinionated girl for everyone watching. Andre will be debating her Sunday Jew.
And we can find out what she's Jew. I think she's Jewish. She won't say if she's Jewish or not, but we got to get a DNA test before she comes on the fucking show. We got to do some Maury shit. She looks like a Jewess. I can just see it.
The Zionism is so strong with her. I knew from the curly hair. I was like, yeah, she is.
She claims she's
I can see it from them eyes. She gets in the camera and just stares like this the whole time. I love Israel so much, and she does the head turn and shit. I'm like, this bitch she's demonic.
She's not Jewish?
Israel's our greatest ally. I love it.
She is. I'm sure she is. She probably won't admit it. I'm sure it's probably not good for the grift, but she absolutely is.
You would think that would help.
She went across. No, she said she's Catholic.
Sure she is.
It's a fucking lie.
Sure she is.
Ain't nothing, listen, most Catholics don't like Israel and are supportive of the Jews. I mean, so she's not Catholic at all. She's a retard.
I grew up going to a Jewish summer camp, so I could be Jewish if I wanted.
Oy vey. Everyone's claiming. Holy shit.
Oh, now we got
How
a
many
Mexican
hidden
Jew
heaves
on
we
the
got on here?
podcast. Even more
They
grift money.
me.
We got a Mexican Jew on the podcast. Where's our 7,000?
I picked up a quarter this morning. Am I Jewish now that I did that? I saw a quarter on the floor. I was like, I got to pick this up. I guess I'm Jewish today.
There's actually a really big Jewish community in Ciudad de Mexico. There are a lot of Mexican Jewish people in Ciudad de Mexico and around there. Actually, Claudia Sheinbaum, her family's Jewish. They're Jewish immigrants.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be unfair. There's also questionable things about Candace. The biggest questionable thing is this husband of hers. Let's go.
Special. No, I'm not talking about William and Kate. or Harry and Meghan. I'm talking about me. I am getting married this weekend, so we decided that we were going to make this a wedding special and introduce you guys to my fiance, future husband, George Farmer. So just to give everybody context, we got engaged after 2.5 weeks, maybe?
I think it was about that time, yeah.
Right,
That's right, yeah.
right, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, whirlwind romance, I believe. Is the
I know.
Nothing romantic was said, you know, between that day and the day that we got engaged. Nothing romantic was said at all. You know, there was no overtures. We didn't go for dinner. Like nothing.
Send her flowers.
No, nothing. Yeah, nothing. Exactly. And so I was very clear about that, because it was almost like getting to know oneself in some ways. It was kind of a very strange experience. You know, it was like I saw myself in her, and in doing so. And that sounds sort of, well, I fell in love with myself. No, I didn't fall in love with her. I fell in love with a woman who gave so much of myself back to me, you know, and I kind of, I was very willing to let myself fade and give glory to her. You know, that's how I view our marriage in many ways. Like I'm very happy to take a secondary position to give glory to her.
Nothing had been said. Like there had been no romantic overtures at all at any of this point. It had all just been very kind of above board and talking about politics and engaging in kind of philosophical conversations. And then at the end of December, we started. I called her a couple of times just to kind of chat, and again, you know, just had these long, like, prolonged conversations, which were mainly about politics and trying to understand what she wanted to do in life. And at the end of December, I was actually flying to South Africa at the time for New Year's, and I called her and I just said, listen, I know this is completely crazy and we've just met, but how do you feel about getting married to me?
Just real quick. I missed the bit where there was any sort of...
There was literally nothing romantic had been said up to this point.
Okay.
I mean, literally nothing.
So I missed nothing.
We hadn't gone on a date. We had not talked about marriage or the future or anything like that.
All right.
And and she said yes.
No.
Yeah.
Come on.
She did.
That didn't happen.
Yeah,
You're making it up.
I love our story. I think it's an incredible story. I mean, like, how many people can say that?
I know, not many people
can say that.
And most people are overthinking it. I know girls that are in these sort of tragedy of relationships, 10 plus years, break up galore 17,000 times, then they finally, you know, get the ring, and that's supposed to be a celebration. Great, if it's what you want. Mine just happened in a different way.
So, Kim, you commented in the chat, you don't usually like white guys, but you might be into him. Well, allegedly, the whole reason why this started is Laura Loomer is trying to help Emmanuel Macron, because Candace Owens is in a lawsuit against the Macrons. And she's revealing that they have this $18 million home. They have all these properties and that they're hiding it. What's your thoughts on these allegations? Should Laura Loomer mind her own business, or should she help?
They can both, you know, tear each other down. Eat your own. I don't care. There's usually class solidarity within the elites that I envy, and I wish that the rest of us had. So when they eat their own, I'm here for it all day. This whole what you just posted about them explaining their 2-week elopement is such a cope. I don't understand how anybody can see right through it. They should have either waited a little bit longer or lined their ducks up in a row so that their story makes sense, because that story literally makes no fucking sense. Why wouldn't you marry somebody for love or romance, or at least pretend to? But honestly, todo tiene un precio. Everybody has a price. I can't think of anything I wouldn't do for money. Name something, I have a price for it. Name the worst thing you could think of. I have a fucking price for it. Name the worst thing. And this isn't even that bad. Marry somebody with $1 gazillion. I'll do it right now. How do I get married in 2 weeks? He's like a billionaire, isn't he?
He's like old money, but Kim, I'm going to tell you a very well-known secret. Most of these billionaires don't get married for love. They get married for political reasons, for connections. Erica Kirk and Charlie Kirk weren't the first to be arranged. This is how they do things. This is the reality. These people don't get married for love. Only poor people get married for love.
Yeah. Well, I've never been married, so I'm still open for an arranged marriage for money. I love money, so it would still be marrying for love. Yeah, their whole story is like super crazy. I can't even wrap my mind around it, and whether they could both be right. Like Laura Loomer, she's fucking psychotic, but she might be right about what she's saying about Candace. Candace, I agree with a lot of things she say. I don't agree with a lot of the things she says. I never really knew much about her personal life, or that she had kids. Kim is a marriage virgin with a couple of kids. A marriage virgin. Yeah, I've never been married. If anybody wants to pop my marriage cherry, let me know. I have assets. How many assets?
You just got proposed to.
Yeah.
He had 2 cars that ain't paid off, and 3 cats, and maybe a dog. And that's his assets right there. He ready for you.
Yeah. No. If you have more assets than I do, when my dad left me in Mexico, I'll consider it. I promise there will be no love. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. How they could just tear each other down. Whatever dirt they have on each other, tear each other down. That's fine. If they're hiding assets, I mean, I don't know where or how their beef started or what they have against each other, or maybe it's just like envy. I really don't know. But if it serves any greater good, then I'm here for it. I love chisme. Whenever I hear things like this, sometimes like when I like seeing that Laura Loomer go lose her shit on Alex Jones like that, I just feel like, you know what? Like sometimes I'm a mess, but at least I'm not doing that. I'm not crashing out like that. So I'm here for it. You can put all the chisme shit on here for me. I'll let you know what I think. True love exists. I'll prove it to you. Okay.
I think for Laura Loomer, there's got to be a correlation between filler, Botox, plastic surgery, and mental health. Because the obscene amount of Botox, filler, and plastic surgery she has had, and the deterioration of her mental health, there's going to be a correlation there. I also wonder if it's like maybe heavy metals are leaching in from the Botox.
Fillers, they clog your lymphatic system, and your lymphatic system actually helps regulate your hormones. So,
well, her cheeks and chin tell me she has a lot of fillers.
She looks botched.
Honestly, bitch face got a BBL.
Yeah, I think la belleza es por dentro. I've seen people who do get a lot of work done, but because they're beautiful people, they don't come off as ugly. But when you're ugly on the inside and you're botched, you're fucking hideous. Like Andre, I know he was joking about like the men that turn her down. I'm willing to bet her shit stinks. Like her just throwing herself at men like that. She even just from the side, she doesn't look attractive. Like I think I want to stand up for these men for a little bit. Okay, maybe they're protecting them.
I'm just saying in general. I take the head. I'm just gonna say that. If I was a dude and I was in those dudes' position, I'm just gonna take the head. Fuck
like
it.
I said, you need to get with black men. You are talking to the wrong men. White men got a little bit higher standards than black men do. I'm just saying.
White niggas taught niggas this. White niggas taught niggas the game. Like, listen, you can get as long as she suck, you don't have to fuck.
No,
that's what they taught.
Andre, because you can't use a condom with oral. You can get herpes like that. You should always be careful with oral because you can't put a condom with oral. You can put a condom on with regular intercourse or even anal, but with oral, you have to be careful with infections.
Okay, well,
that bitch will give you some shit from a different planet, She like you from the Dagobah system and shit with her face.
Yeah.
I have one more clip on this, and this is her alleging that she's not a Jew.
I think Laura Loomer is crazy. They're not being funny, right? Laura Loomer is genuinely crazy. We're going to get into that. She's not even Jewish. Her entire identity as being a feisty Jewess is something that she made up around 2019. She told me that she was not Jewish. She told multiple people that she is not Jewish. Her mother is a woman named Joanne Singe. Laura is Irish and English. Obviously, Judaism is matrilineal. She was not raised in temple. She was not bat mitzvah. She just decided that it was politically expedient to pretend that she was Jewish. She only learned how to draw a Star of David a couple of years ago when she was running for Congress. Okay, here's a clip of her learning to draw a Star of David a couple of years ago. This is your number one Zionist on X. Look at this clip.
All right, there we go.
Very good. They're almost identical. And
No, don't take photos of this. I don't want people to know.
The second thing that you should know is that Laura Loomer has a real mental disorder. Like I said, people, this person's crazy. She's mentally ill, right? Trump says this. No, Laura is actually forbidden to own weapons. She cannot buy weapons. She cannot own them because she was placed on 2 involuntary psychiatric holds by her own father, who allegedly is very fearful of her because she has had multiple suicide attempts. She attempted recently to file an appeal with the FBI to reverse the banning on her owning weapons, and they declined to remove it, citing the fact that she had been involuntarily placed on psychiatric holds.
Okay, Kim, you said you want to ask a question.
You know, with this like transracialism, like Rachel Dolezal and Elizabeth Warren, it's always white people pretending to be something else. But is there any, like, do we know of, just curious, any like non-white transracialist people?
Yeah,
well, we don't.
Michael
that's
Jackson.
Well, I
mean,
wasn't even thinking of Michael Jackson. I was
Jackson
thinking of
had
that
vitiligo.
weird lady on TikTok. I can't think of her name. I'd have to Google it. But there's this like black lady on TikTok who is I mean, she looks white now. You can clearly tell she's definitely had a lot of like plastic surgery. She's had Botox, filler. Yeah, she completely changed her persona.
Mm-hmm. I know there was like an Asian guy that went viral like 5 years ago because he transitioned to white. Like he had a lot of different surgeries in his eyes and all that because he wanted to identify as white, and that's where the transracialism word came out. I was like, all right, this is the end of
baseball player, something Sosa, Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
Who's that? Let me see.
And a lot of people in the Caribbean bleach their skins all the time. Gray, what's your thoughts on what you heard about the Laura Loomer? You're probably like the only Zionist on the panel. You're in denial about it. It's okay. But nevertheless, what do you think about what you just heard?
I forgot what she was saying. She was basically saying she's pretending to be Jewish.
Right. That is all an act so she could win the election at the time that she lost.
I mean, I'm all about the finesse. You know, if she felt like, okay, I can make this play and I can make this happen, then go ahead. But if you get caught, then obviously you're getting backlash. But as far as her drawing the Star of David, how does that make you Jewish? That's my question. Like, is a black person supposed to draw Africa? Like, so sure, just ask him, man. Like, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of real Jewish people that can't draw. So, like, as far as this whole ancestry thing is wild, I think Israel themselves, because they don't let people get DNA tests, that's another backlash on that, but that's another story. But I don't know, with DNA now and with Ancestry and other companies like that, people can go and find who they are in their DNA. As far as her mental health, if there's anybody out there suffering from mental health or think they're going to commit suicide, you know, there's a number that you can call and get help.
211, right?
Something like that. Is that it?
I told you that he's a Zionist. You see, he's trying to save one Jew at a time, whether they're fake or real or not. I just proved it.
If you say so.
Anyways, well, we're going to switch gears. We'll go to the last topic of the night. Guys, if you're watching, please hit the like button and support the live. We're going to go move on to David. There's so much connected with this. Andre, you made any content on this? Yeah, go ahead.
So the suicide is 988. So if anybody is suffering from mental health, you can call, you can text, and you can chat with them online as well. It is 988 here in the United States.
Except if you're Laura Loomer, call 611. Please. Call 611. We don't need to help you. Anyways, Andre, have you covered anything on David? Uh-oh, is he frozen? David.
Probably haven't heard about it.
You haven't heard about it? Andre was the biggest case of the year. So
David who? What case of what?
So David, for those of you watching, because your Andres fans probably don't know, but we've covered it. David is a singer. He's 25 years old. He dated this underage girl. And when he dated this underage girl, in turn, allegedly she went missing. Months later, they found her body in the back of his Tesla, and it was abandoned. He claims he was on tour at the time. Well, now finally he's been arrested and charged. So
you mentioned the main part. The main part is that he made a video about it. He made a song singing about the crime. And so in the video, it's actually her dropped on her birthday, and it's like innuendos that he's confessing to the crime.
And he's black, and the girl was Mexican. She was 13 years old, and she was a runaway. Her parents weren't looking for her, and somehow she hooked up with him.
The name of the song is Romantic Homicide.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to play this. This is him talking with her.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Really good.
Okay,
it's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my! Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Oh, yo! Wait!
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer.
Which one? What's good, David? Big fan. Oh, thank you, Mitochondria.
I gotta stop with him if you even.
We
need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all vibes? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream.
Is he like really famous or is he like not really famous?
He's TikTok famous, but nevertheless, he was huge, Andre. In fact, he had a $7,000 a month home in LA that was being rented for him by his manager. This is how she was living with him. I'm just surprised, Andre. I'm like disappointed you haven't heard about it.
No, what kind of music does he make?
R&B.
So I've definitely never heard of this dude. What the fuck? Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm old school with my music. I don't listen to none of the new shit. Like, the newest shit I listen to is maybe some Leon Thomas. That's it. And he don't even have that good shit out. None of these people make good music anymore. Everyone's a fucking one-hit wonder. So he's probably a one-hit wonder that made a few songs that got probably good and did TikTok famous because of tarot card bitches. That's it. But other than that, I don't fucking, like, I don't listen to these people. I didn't know. See, he murdered somebody. He killed this girl or some shit?
So he was in his 20s. The girl's 13 years old. He was in love with her. He brought her in. She was a runaway. That was the other part that's crazy. Her family's like all upset, but she was a runaway. And he murdered her, allegedly.
So that was a girl. On the clip, that was a girl.
On the clip. That's the girl. How old does she look to you in that clip?
I would say she looked young. I would say under 18. I didn't know if it was like, because these streamers have all these fucking young girls on. Like, Kai Cenat has a bunch of young bitches on. Rakai, I hate that Rakai dude. That dude's retarded. Like, the nigga's face looked like a hate. Like, if you drew that nigga in class, you'd probably be suspended for a hate crime. Because that nigga is just, he looks like a racist cartoon. And then you got all these dudes. They got young girls and shit in the streams. I don't keep up with this. Like the streamers and the singers, and they got a new song out. Like, all these niggas got an album out. Every nigga got a single and shit, a mixtape they got with them and shit. It used to be SoundCloud. Now these niggas got a whole album and shit on Spotify. It's like, I don't pay attention to this shit. So he murdered the girl. Why did he murder the girl?
Gray, do you know more? Why do you think he murdered the girl? You've been covering this as much as me.
The main thing is that it isn't a guarantee that he's going to lose this case. And they took a very long time to actually convict him of doing this. So the prosecutors were getting pressure because this is a minor. He's being accused of statutory rape, and he's also being accused of killing this girl. But the charges are also that he did it for money. So what the police think happened is that she either threatened him or she said, "Hey, I'm going to tell people that I'm underage and we're messing around." And so he said, "Hey, come meet up with me." And that's when he deleted her, so he wouldn't get caught for the statutory dealing with a minor. But the song was huge. It's a good song, and I mean, like, controversy sells. So of course that song went #1 when the case came out, and then just the visuals of the video, you're like, wow, like he brought a coffin and people had like blood. It was like very like ritualistic, eyes wide shut type material.
Yeah, let me play this too. This is him when someone like asked him his face.
What I gotta say, get out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I hit the, why do you lie when there's no point in lying? You feel what I'm saying? Because the last context that we have in the lyrics is, I call you and you say you're busy, but you never had time for me. You never not had time for the lyrical context. So I'm like, if she's lying, then I gotta say that in the chorus. Why do you lie when there's no point in lying? And then second line, why do I try when there's no point in trying? It's the most simplest hook ever. But it hits so hard because the subject matter is very potent. You don't gotta have a million lyrics in a song to make a good song. Your lyrics just gotta mean something. You just gotta mean something. So basically, I had the post-chorus now. How do I tie everything together from the first verse to the chorus to the post-chorus? Why do you lie? Why do I try? Tie it all in. You love me at my best.
So, Kimberly, you worked with the artist in LA. Do you think it's wild that they were renting a $7,000 home for him, or is that normal? Is that what they do with these artists? Like
$7,000 is not a lot for LA.
It was a pretty nice home, though. He was like in the hills. It was a nice area where this car was found.
He was probably getting hooked up because like a nice home in the hills in LA, unless he's like on the outskirts, it's probably like 15,000, 20,000. I know somebody in Porter Ranch that rents a 4-bedroom for 15,000. So 7,000 is pretty cheap. I think this is just sadly a very American story. I'm looking at this kid right here talking about, he said most simplest. He said most simplest. That's what he said. He said it like 3 times. And I'm just like, this is just so sad to see. A lot of younger Americans, especially the COVID kids growing up, they're just too chronically online. They are too online. They're like half of their identity rests on like what they look like on the screen of a phone. It's sad to see, but this mental health deterioration is sadly a very American, I think, thing. And with regards to like, honestly, Andre said it earlier, everybody can be a singer now. You just have to pay for an album. You pay for the writers, you pay for the composers, you pay for the everything. You can just buy an album now. And these kids are getting money off of social media. They get money off of these social media because they have a lot of followers. They cash out on TikTok and then they think they can do whatever the fuck they want. Then they literally buy themselves an album and they already have a following. So it's just like this vicious cycle. It's going to their head. The ego is super inflated. They really have like no self-awareness. They're chronically online. They probably don't even have real grasp.
Wait, correction. Kim, it was a $20,000 a month home. Let me correct myself.
All right, cool.
I remember seeing
That's what I thought.
It was a huge home. I remember when we covered it, Gray, it was all during the Diddy trial. And I remember seeing this and I was like, what the heck? That's the home. It's a huge home.
It's $20,000 a month sounds more accurate. Wait, why did you cover this house during the Diddy trial?
Because this was big at the time when they found this girl's body in the car. They found her body in the car in September of 2020 of last year when we were doing the lunchtime show. And I remember this was
Cave.
Well, we also covered it on when we would do the lunchtime show. That's how I remember it.
Oh, so they found her body a long time ago.
Yes, they found her body in September. It's been almost a year, and they're just now putting charges on him.
That's crazy. And then within that time, he wrote the song and released it?
No, he had already released it while she was missing.
Oh, okay. That's
released.
This nigga's dumb.
Crazy.
This motherfucker's retarded.
He's not.
This
That's
dude's
not.
yeah,
That's
this
not
dude's
retarded.
slow.
He's
Give him
mentally
the
ill.
death penalty for being retarded. That's what I want to give him. Not even because he murdered the girl, because he's so fucking stupid. He's got this nail polish. I don't understand what these half of fucking fag black men today. I just can't stand it, dude. Like, yeah, the bonnet on, the nail polish. He sounds gay. He looked gay. Looked like daddy was never there. Mommy didn't love him. And yeah, they're getting famous off making albums off TikTok and shit. Like TikTok pays very well for a platform, and it gives you a lot of money. And these dudes, that shit goes to their head. It goes to their fucking head. They're making songs about what? And you know, it's all nothing but fucking kids in high school listening to this shit. Like, it's just dumb. But for what? He murdered. I want to know, why did he murder the shit? Like, why did he murder the chick? He murdered her because what she was gonna tell or some shit. She found out he was gay. I think that's probably what it is. He found out the nigga was gay, and he wasn't gonna let that shit happen because he wasn't gonna sell another album because the nigga gay. Probably would have sold some more. He wasn't ready for it to come out. That's probably what it was.
I mean,
I don't know.
be,
This shit just sounds goofy.
I mean, she could have wanted to go home. Mind you, like when she took off, mind you, her family, they all need charges too, because her family knew what was going on. They knew there was some sort of suspicious relationship between them. The family was very well aware of the situation. That's why nobody reported her missing for as long as they did.
They need to charge
because they knew what was happening. I mean, her
If she
mother,
wanted to
her
go
father,
home, she
and
should
her
have called
brother should
ICE.
all face charges for sure. At minimum,
Yeah.
child abuse charges, because they knew
Exactly.
the family knew what was going on. That's why they didn't go looking for her. And for all we know, maybe she was pregnant. Maybe she wanted to go home finally after a year or two with this man. I mean, who knows? But now he can write music from a prison cell.
I will say.
To even think about this.
Go ahead.
My bad, Kim. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just reading what. So she threatened to expose that he was gay, and he, picked her up from Mexico. And he had a criminal history of not paying his parking tickets. So he's like, well, let me go kill this bitch. And that's gonna work. Like, that's the dumbest shit. And this is the dumbest. This is not even Lifetime movie worthy shit. Remember, this is not even like worthy to be on like the Hallmark Channel. Good. Oh,
We don't even have
she gonna
proper
tell.
criminals anymore. No longer do we have proper criminals with these young people. That's so fucked up, but it's so true. Like, they're not even.
You
proper
niggas have ruined
criminals.
true crime. You ruined true crime. I came to watch this shit on.
Yeah, when the whole Charlie Kirk thing happened, there was this guy, I can't remember, but he did a really good piece talking about how back in the days when there was a homicide or a murder, it was like premeditated. They had like political views, and now it's just like stupid. Now they're just mentally ill. These kids are out here on all these SSRIs. They don't touch grass. They're chronically online. I've met a lot of these influencers, like big, like millions and millions of followers, influencers. And when you talk to them, it's like talking to a fucking robot. Like, I'm just like, hey, like, what's up? And then they're just like walking around like their shit don't fucking stink. Like, we should be praising them and licking the floor that they walk on. It is fucking stupid. So I can see how that just like makes everything worse. But I think it has a lot to do with social media. And we should, honestly, I'm like super libertarian, but we should pass some Australia level like phone bans to kids.
What I would say specifically about artists with rap specifically, if you catch a body, you're gonna get rich. You're gonna get signed. You're gonna get tour. You're gonna be able to go in there and rap about all the bodies you caught, all the people you deleted, all the mothers you got crying, and you'll get a big contract and you go get a great advance. So if you catch a body, you're gonna get rich if you talk about it in the studio.
Yeah, like Lil Baby. He actually raps really good.
The last clip I'm going to play has to do with what happened at the hearing, because this was the update. I had to get you guys up to speed, but this is what happened yesterday.
Mr. Burke, for the people.
Deputy District Attorney Beth Silverman, for the people, Your Honor.
Thank you. And counsel, on behalf of your client, do you waive formal reading of the complaint, advisement of rights, including armed forces and veterans' rights, enter a plea of not guilty, denying any and all special allegations, enhancements, and priors?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're requesting a preliminary hearing within the period?
Yes, Your Honor. From the media reports, apparently there have been 4 months of secret grand jury proceedings. We believe that Mr. Burke is entitled at the earliest opportunity to an open preliminary hearing and the proceedings not be done in secret. So we are asking for a preliminary hearing to be set at the earliest possible date on the 10th day. Your Honor, we believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor was he the cause of her death. And we would like to be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity in order to establish that. We're asking for April 23rd as a 3 of 10, Your Honor.
Anything from the people?
We'll be very happy to put on the evidence that we've collected in this case in the last several months.
Thank you. So the matter will be set, plea of not guilty has been entered on behalf of Mr. Burke. The matter will be set in Department 105. The matter is ordered assigned to Judge Charlene Almeida in Department 105 for all purposes by the judge of the supervising judge of criminal.
Yes, Your Honor. If I may just put on the record, we have, as soon as the people arrived, delivered a informal discovery request consistent with Penal Code Section 1054. We have been given almost no discovery thus far. We've received a 3-page follow-up report, no autopsy report, and a copy of the complaint. And we would ask the people respectfully to produce discovery at the earliest opportunity. News given the District Attorney's Office held a press conference this morning where they discussed the cause of death, apparently under seal and not released by the coroner's office, as did the robbery homicide unit to the press. So we would again reiterate, we believe that Mr. Burke is entitled to discovery. We have served the people with notice. They have 15 days to produce discovery in this case. We would ask that they do that in conscientious earnestness and as quickly as possible.
I'd ask the court to make an order today. We'll take a copy of the minute order, ordering the department.
It's just old white bitches. Oh my goodness. Like fuck. Oh my goodness. Just to see that. That's the homeboy with some of all the diversity. It's just old white bitches. I honestly hate defense attorneys. I 1000%. Defense attorneys are just disgusting to me. If the nigga's guilty, the nigga's guilty. If it's like all the evidence point that he did the shit, defense attorney, goodbye. Kick rocks. You've been paid for your services. There you go. But this nigga look guilty. He's sitting there looking guilty. They got him in this fucking gay bubble, being gay and guilty. He going to prison. I just don't get it. You had all this money. You got all this money, you got all this fame, and you fucking with kids, you know? And it's not like he's 65 years old and he just want to have the thrill of, I just want another one.
How young is too young? Are you, if the guy's 30 and the girl's 18, are you okay with it?
If the guy's 30 and she's 18, no. If he's 30 and she's 20 or 21, then fine. But like, no, that increases as we go. Like, no, hell no, I ain't for that. I'm not going to go with that shit. Now if he's 21 and she's 18, it's like, who cares? If he's 25 and she's 19, 20, then fine. It's a little bit questionable, but nigga, you got elephant dollars. The fuck is you fucking with kids for, you know? And like I said, he's not 73 at the retirement home. I wonder if I can still get one. Nigga, you can get them all. Just go somewhere, throw some bucks. You can pay for it, do anything. He over here fucking with kids, spawn camping these little girls and shit. Dude, come on now. So
they were probably trauma bonding.
10 years as a nigga and 2 seconds of hanging. Hang his ass. Hang that nigga.
They were probably trauma bonding because you have to like minds think alike. He's probably so messed up that he could only get somebody that naive.
Yeah.
That young, that naive to like want to be with him because he's se le fue las canicas. He's not all there. He's not well.
They met on Fortnite.
So Roblox.
No, Fortnite. No, Fortnite.
Roblox. It's all the same. Roblox. Anyways, guys.
They met where?
On Fortnite, the video game.
They met on Fortnite. This is retarded. This is like extreme levels of just retarded shit.
Yeah.
They met on Fortnite. Nigga, you could have met a bitch in a Fortnite. You could have met a bitch in a club named Fortnite.
Yeah, I commented like I used to like murder trials. This is just kind of annoying. It's like, oh come on, like.
Yeah, guys. So we're gonna wrap up. Everybody can go and say their closing thoughts and say if they think he's guilty and say whatever they want to say. But guys, make sure you hit that notification bell. Mia, you've been quiet tonight. I'm gonna let you do your closing thoughts first. Is David guilty? Why should we care? Let's go.
I don't care if he is or if he isn't. I thought his music was trash. Clearly, he's a trash bag person. He's a grown man assaulting young girls, cutting them up, and placing them like they're garbage in the back of a Tesla. I mean, I hope the prison system serves him well, and I hope he ends up with capital punishment, because why should the taxpayers have to pay for him to stay alive?
Damn, she said no appeals. Mia, let everybody know where they can find you, like what social media you have.
So you can find me here, TikTok and Instagram, and X too. I keep forgetting I have one of those.
Yeah.
I'm never on. I keep forgetting.
I know. It's like you guys talk to Andre. Andre knows the tricks. But Kim, what's your closing thoughts? Is he guilty, not guilty?
Mm-hmm. Probably, just from what you guys told me, I think he is. This is like your 21st century, like purely American murder story. It's very sad because it is indicative of our society. I mean, there's lead in our water and our schools are underfunded. So we're not the smartest, but similar to like certain like consumer laws that protect us from them literally poisoning us in our fucking food because people aren't smart enough to read the label because they don't want us to. I think, even though I am, like I said, mostly a civil libertarian, there should be a ban, like similar to what Australia has on phones, because this is what we're going to get. And it's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. But I mean, yeah, there should be some guardrails up. I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm also not going to go through my little abolish the death penalty spiel. I abstain in this situation. This is crazy. This case is freaking wild, but man, and it's a shame too, because when he was singing too, he actually has a really nice voice. But like I said, it's just indicative of American culture. We are raised, born, and bred to be consistent consumers and obedient workers, and unfortunately that's the American culture that we have today. So take your kids' phones away, put a time lock on it, don't give them social media. My 12-year-old daughter cries because she told me she's the only one in her 6th grade class that doesn't have social media, and I tell her that's good. Like, I'm flattered. Like, I hope you appreciate it when you're older. But I think that's sad that everybody in her 6th grade class is already like talking on TikTok. That's fucking weird. That is so weird. Take your kids' phones away, or honestly, don't even give them a phone. And then this is my handle on all the social medias as well. But have a good night. I love talking to you all.
Yeah, make sure you go follow Kim. Andre, guilty, not guilty. Why should we care or not care?
Oh, you hit a 12-year-old daughter? Surprise. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. You learn something new about the people you stream with every day. Hang that nigga. Simple as that. No, we don't condone, you're fucking with children. It's too stupid. I think he should just get the death penalty just being stupid. That's as simple as that. Like, make him an example. No way that year over year, oh, they're going to destroy my career, so I got to go kill this bitch. That's going to help my career. That's crazy. No. Hang his ass. Get him out. Because I'm not about to sit here and pay for this nigga to eat hot. He's going to eat jail sandwiches and get a milk carton and maybe some ass play every Wednesday. I'm not doing that. Put him in the grave, get the bullets, get the rope, do something, and kick it on the curb and make an example out of him. Simple as that. These guys are getting money. I know a lot of people who are, who do social media, or they've made money through like drop shipping, and they lose their fucking minds. And they made like, I made $100,000, I made $1 million. And they lose their fucking minds. And Kim said it right. These people can't talk. They don't know how to, converse with people properly. Converse, not conversate. Converse with people properly. poor social skills, but they got a lot of money, a lot of attention. So, yeah, definitely for him. I don't ever want to see. I don't even know who this guy was until today. People are like, his music is popular. Well, the nigga could have been another Kenny Lattimore. He could have been another El DeBarge or something, a darker El DeBarge. But too bad. I guess the nigga's gonna take a bullet and get. And I don't care. Fuck him. Fuck David. Nigga can't even spell his name right. He's got to put a fucking 4. Fuck him.
Thank you, Andre. Andre, let everybody know where they can find you. I know you've lost a lot of your accounts, unfortunately.
Hey, you can find me on X at Andre Williams _USA. You can find me on YouTube at Andre Williams. Look me up. And also we're on Instagram at Andre Williams USA 1, as well as Facebook, Andre Williams USA. So yeah, we're all over there. Find me all over those places. There we go.
All right. Gray, what's your closing thoughts?
So this case, it took them 7 months to arrest him, and the reason is there was extreme issues with forensics because there was advanced decomposition on her body. It was a lack of witnesses. The people that are friends with him are not helping. And basically, there was a lot of misinformation online. So because he was famous, because he put out this song, people were putting out so much misinformation that it hurt the FBI's case. And that's why it took them so long to bring the case. And that's why prosecutors are actually worried about winning the case, because there's so many conspiracies surrounding this case. So this is a great example of how social media affects criminals and crime now. Like we always say on a new party, always vote.
Make sure you guys come back and check us out tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be having our flagship Man Cave show. I'll be back hosting Thursday night. But guys, I just want to say that they're now saying that the projection came in for Virginia has won, or the Democrats have won the redistricting referendum, handing Democrats a major win. So guys, the reason why our show is important, get out of your bubble, get out of your echo chambers. If you want to know what's going on around America and you want all sides, it's important to come watch our show. Because if you were watching all sides, you would have been aware that we've been telling you, unfortunately, if the Republicans do not tighten up, a blue wave is coming. We are beginning to see it, guys. I'm telling you, if the Republicans don't tighten up, we don't get out of Iran, if we don't lower these gas prices, if the economy doesn't improve, we are going to see a blue wave. So it may anger you to hear me say that, but we've been telling you and we've been talking about the problems around the country. So get out of your bubble. Come check out the new party. Subscribe if you haven't already. And come back tomorrow night. Like, share, and subscribe, and support our team. God bless.
Hello, history buffs. Ready for a journey back? Look at this encampment. The spirit of 76 is alive.
A true patriot savors these moments, but the fight for liberty calls.
To the encampment for freedom of future.
For liberty. This is what American patriotism is all about. Look at these flags. They represent our fight for liberty.
The hour our liberty is at hand. For freedom is proper. Secure our liberty. My fellow patriots, the hour of decision is upon us. Let us march forth with courage to secure our liberty.
Welcome to my colonial home. Today, Del Payne's new work captures the spirit of We Fight for Independence. And our freedom. Greetings from the encampment. The spirit of liberty is strong. We will fight for our rights and our freedom.
Hour is late. We must enact. To the encampment for liberty. Through every change and challenge. We stand at the dawn of liberty, unshaken by the trials ahead. Soldiers, the enemy is near. For a thine, flapping.